Quick shout out to my Patreons who keep this channel going. You can join my Patreon down in the description below. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're interacting to the final episode of Dr. Stone and Stone Wars. This one's titled Prologue of Dr. Stone. Okay, I guess we've only been in the prologue then of this entire thing. Sure, why not? Like 35 episodes in, we're still in the prologue though. Why not? So, right off the bat, I can tell you, I already know that a Season 3 has been announced. I believe it happens at the end of this episode. I think the announcement comes, or it came after the fact in a Twitter post or whatever, but yes, Season 3 is coming. Apparently it's dealing with the Explorer's Arc, or Exploration Arc, something along those lines. Other than that, we don't really have any information on how long it's going to be, if it's going to be another single core like this was, or if it's going to be a larger multi-core. I guess it depends on the source material, right? Is the Explorer's Arc a much longer arc compared to the Stonewall arc? Things like that. I'm sure source material readers probably have a bit of a better idea on that one. But honestly, this being a single core made perfect sense. Especially if the Explorer's Arc does have the potential to go beyond a single core. It just made more sense to have this single arc focused on the Stone Wars and then allow more time if you need it for Exploration Arc. So I'm not too fussed about that. More Dr. Stone is always going to be good. I don't know how long we can keep going with Dr. Stone, but I will gladly watch every single season they put out. So, last time out, as expected, things weren't just all hunky-dory as soon as we got Tsukasa on side, because Hyoga actually was the real problem for the most part all along. We managed to get Tsukasa on side after reviving his little sister Mirai, who has been healed by the petrification, and he now has his little sister back after all this time, which is just incredible. However, Homura has escaped thanks to Hyoga, and I think, did they mention Did they mention what he was up to? I feel like he was mentioned and he was, I think he was helping out in some way as well. I can't remember though, because otherwise his character kind of just disappeared, but I thought he did help in this. Maybe I'm misremembering. But Hyoga actually goes to kill Mirai, which is smart thinking, because he knows he's never going to hit her. He knows that Tsukasa will intervene, and that makes it the only time you can ever hit Tsukasa is when he intentionally lets you hit him, and he will intentionally let you hit him if you go after his sister like that. So it ends up working out to get a hit in, and that cripples Tsukasa, but as the strongest tag team, Tsukasa and Senku kind of complement each other for the most part. And ultimately we do win by using a makeshift taser that apparently we made once Hyoga delivered back the phone that he and Tsukasa discovered beneath Senku's grave. So we managed to do that, which it would have been nice if we saw a bit more of a hint to maybe that being a possibility. But I guess we did get a mini hint to the form, because Hyoga went forward to stab Senku, and he hit something in like his stomach or chest, and it like didn't really seem to do that much. Like, it didn't really seem to pierce and cause bleeding. It seemed to strike something solid, and I was like, oh, maybe he was using like the carbon fiber armor or something that they made for the tank. Maybe he's got like a breastplate or like a Kevlar vest essentially for that. But no, it actually was his makeshift taser that he's used to stun, and I don't know if he killed Hyoga. I don't think he's dead. He might be dead, who knows, but we did win. Tsukasa is still bleeding, I think, so yeah. I think we just gotta wrap all this up. We've got to catch Homura as well, because she's still out on the loose. And then we'll be good to go and transition into whatever Season 3 is going to be about, I guess, with the Kingdom of Science and the Skasa Empire unified now in their goal to, well, save humanity and let science lead them on. So I guess we'll see. Gonna load the episode up here as per usual. These are time-based format actions here on YouTube. If you want to see full picture in picture, you can go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture in picture actions I do on the channel, with everything from this season and future seasons. Some backdated shows, Patreon request shows such as Log Horizon that went up yesterday, as well as movie reactions. Wolf Children the movie coming up next week, hopefully on Tuesday. Hopefully I don't have to delay that again, but that should be set in stone at this point. So yeah, here on YouTube though, we have to do timer-based. So bottom left of the screen, you'll see a timer for the episode. I'll count down 3, 2, 1, play. Then I'll play, start the episode, I start the episode, and we'll be in sync. We watched this one on Crunchyroll since they licensed it this season. No logos or anything to start with, we're just straight into the episode. I'm looking at Senku Tsukasa and Pyoga just down on the ground right now in the clearing, or by the riverbed, I should say. So, yeah, you can use Screen Flash on my face or the mic to tell when the scene is transitioning. That should help you sync it up. Pay attention to this part of my headset, it's very reflective and should help you sync up very easily as well. So, with all that said, let's get into the finale, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, we're dealing with Homer immediately, I guess. Kohaku. And everyone, holy shit. Nice. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but how's Tsukasa doing? Good luck with that, though. That's true. Mm-hmm. Let me be certain. Mm-hmm. P time. So that seemed like it would be a cool way to just end the show, just on that line and that shot alone. But we have got one more. Here we go. Prologue of Dr. Stone. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We've got a huge increase in manpower right now. Aha. Who the hell's this? This will be horrifying. Yeah. Hmm. Switch, okay. There he is. Hmm. That's true. No. A few million. Yep. Well, we've already started. At least you found some work for him. He's not doing too well, is he? Hmm. Hmm. This is a very interesting character. Hmm. Hmm. Chlorastate, okay. Sodium chlorastate, sure. Let's go. Yeah, okay. Apples. Right. Ah, okay. Um. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. It was a bad wound, so actual iron bars. Hmm. I 100% agree with that. How's that? The petrification, right. Okay. That brings us back to how it happened in the first place, because now we want to use that. Ooh, okay. What the hell is this? Oh, it's Mirai. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Yeah. Sugasa can bear with it, I think. Of all people. Poor Mirai. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Petrification's kind of the only way, though. Unless we could do an organ transplant. It depends on what organ was hit, right? Mm-hmm. Sepsis, yeah. We can't do that in 3 days. Mm-hmm. We have no idea how to do it, though. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, okay. I see where they're going for. Cryogenic freezing. He's gonna die either way, right? So it's like, yeah. Because a lot of people have that currently done, don't they? Like a lot of people have their like brains cryogenically frozen, so that they could be revived in the future once we figured out how that works. Yes. Making a fridge. Mm-hmm. Yep. Go down again. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm. It's actually very smart. Mm. Yep. Quite the look. Right, yeah. This needs to be a moment just between those two. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Of course you have. Of course you have. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Seeing the old place again. I I really didn't expect this to be the direction for the final episode. Holy shit! The music. Mira was there, of course. Hmm. Mm-hmm. uh, mm-hmm. Right. So it is South America. Mm-hmm. That's why we're not going to walk, probably. I mean, we've figured out steam engines, right? We're going to build a boat. We're gonna build a boat. Yep. Outfit change, okay. Age of Discovery, yep. The outfits, man. Yep. 2.5 years, yep. The hell is this? Who the hell is this? Okay. Hmm. I'm going to guess that that character that they foreshadow is going to be an integral part of the future. Like the next arc is going to feature that character somewhat heavily. I don't know why, but the hairstyle kind of reminded me of Tsukasa a bit. So I don't think there's going to be a relation there, but the hairstyle was somewhat familiar. Um, that was a good episode. I did. I'll be honest. I did not expect the. I did not expect to have that sort of an emotional. That emotional take on the episode. I really didn't expect that. I was like, okay, I didn't expect Tsukasa to even die. I didn't actually expect that. I knew he'd be pretty messed up because of the spear hit, but yeah, we didn't really have a way to fix that, unfortunately. Even that's beyond our abilities right now. That was a really, really good episode. Like, a really good episode. And a great way to tie it in for what our next arc is going to be. We know that Season 3 is coming. We know it's going to be this arc. Now, here's the problem. Sea travel, fantastic. It's going to be the most efficient way to get across there. We are probably not going to have enough steam power to make a steamship. So we're going to be entirely relying on sails and wind, which is good. We need to have a big enough boat to transport a lot of supplies. So we're going to have stockpile a lot. And we're going to have the ability to stockpile a lot without using petrification. We do have refrigerator technology possible. So we could absolutely do that, but that's extra weight for the ship that we have to account for in its design. Hopefully there are some, like they say, the people of the village are seafaring, so they know how to build a boat. I don't think they quite envision the scale of the boat that Senku wants, because we're going to have to carry quite a lot of supplies to go across there. And even then, the ocean is a dangerous place. Like, nature's still going to be around. Like, a big enough boat, you're not going to be troubled too much by anything in the natural world that can really wreck a boat. You're at the mercy of the weather, though, and the weather is the key factor here. Because an ocean storm, that can wreck your boat. Like, that can wreck a boat pretty nastily. Especially of wooden construction and of a certain size. So, that's probably going to be a point. I would be somewhat disappointed if the idea of the weather being an enemy to us isn't brought up, because that would be somewhat unrealistic. Like, if we're sailing across, like, okay, so we've got to go, because look back at the OP. I just want to go back to the OP, because where was it? There's a shot of the Earth in the OP. Let me see if I can find it again. There it is, there it is, there it is. Let me see here. Right here, 2 minutes 34 into this episode is the OP, where you can see the shot on the Earth, and you can see it's focused on South Africa and the bottom part of South Africa. I'm like, why was it focusing on that so much? I was like, it just seemed curious as to why it focused on it. That's where it started, the petrification. Somewhere in either South America or maybe Antarctica, right? Antarctica's the southern one. I always get the Arctic and the Antarctic mixed up. Antarctica is south. Yes, south. So it either occurs in the tail end of Argentina or Chile, or in Antarctica, is essentially what we're saying here. It'd be very interesting if they used the Falkland Islands. Like, I don't know why, but I feel like it'd be kind of weird if they used the Falkland Islands as the staging base, because that's right in that vicinity. You could absolutely do that. But maybe that'd be a bit harder to find, I don't know. But yeah, we've got to go a long damn way. Like, we would have to travel across the entire Pacific Ocean in order to make that. That's one heck of a journey. Let me just do... They did say where in Japan they were, didn't they? Like, roughly where they were located? I forget where it was, but... let's say... Japan to Argentina... Whoops. There really isn't any good way to get from that one to the other. So let's just say Tokyo. I think we have to give actual cities here for Google Maps to have any potential. Yeah, flights are just not available, full stop, so that's annoying. So let's say we got to go to Buenos Aires, sure. There's the plane routes. So that's a 1-day flight by plane. By plane. That's such a huge distance. How long is that going to be of a journey? By boat? That's going to be months, right? They might bump... Actually, they could run into Hawaii. Like, if they were thinking about this, they could go from Japan to Hawaii, stage up in Hawaii, and then go to South America. That would actually be kind of smart. That could be kind of smart. Make use of Hawaii as just a bit of a staging zone. Might not be a terrible idea because you can go to Hawaii and get some more resources from there, because I'm sure Hawaii probably has some useful stuff that could be of benefit to us. Well, maybe. It depends what the state of the world is after all that. Hawaii might not even exist in this world. Depending on what the ocean levels are like, Hawaii might have gone completely under. Well, maybe not completely under. There's some quite high points because volcanoes and such, but maybe. So yeah, I very much enjoyed that. I'm interested to see where they go with the petrification stuff, because up until this point, the petrification stuff and that petrification side of it is really the only science fiction or fantasy portion of the show. When you think about it, like that's the only thing that's in the show that is of sci-fi design, unless there is a technology that could explain it, or maybe like a theoretical principle that maybe they're trying to adapt here. I don't know. That could, in theory, do this, but doesn't actually work with living material or something like that properly. But I'm very interested to see where it goes. Next season is going to be very, very interesting. I don't think we got a timescale at all on it, so I don't even think AniList has... No, Doctor Stone Season 3 has been listed already in AniList. Good to know. But yeah, it's exciting. Age of Sail, essentially. I'm very interested in this and see where they go with it, because, like I said, it's a big-ass fucking journey. So that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one as per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of this episode, as well as the entire series now it's wrapped up. I personally think the decision to go with single core for this arc was a good one, especially if the exploration arc, which should be a very lengthy part of the journey. Because we've got to prep for it, then we've got to get on the boat, then we've got to survive for months on the water. Like, we got to really start thinking about that. So it makes sense that maybe they do a multi-core for that one and just have this as like an interstitial between the two. So let me know your thoughts as well on that. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see other Winter 2021 shows as they wrap up, as well as my upcoming Spring 2021 preview video that should be up very, very soon. Thank you for watching. Until next time, see you guys later.